Hey. I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to come in before I start talking. Because, honestly, I'm not okay. I'm in pain, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm told every day by someone that they love me, and they're like, I'm perfectly fine with you being you. But in the end, they leave. Like, it's no big deal. Like, I was in love. I fell in love. I fell hard for this kid. And next thing I know, I'm being told they fell out of love. And honestly, I'm tired of being told I'm tired of being told I love you, because it's a lie. It's a lie. You can be like, oh, I like you. That's not a lie sometimes. Sometimes it is. You know, I honestly don't know anymore. But I am so broken. I cannot tell the difference between real love and people faking. I have people wanting me for my body. I have people wanting me for my personality. And I can never tell those two apart, because when people that want me for my personality don't speak up, people that want me for my body speak up, and I end up being with them. The guy I was just dating, Dylan, he wanted me for my body. He didn't want me for me. Because if you wanted me for me, you wouldn't have fallen out of love so easily. He told me he fell out of love with me the weekend of my birthday. The weekend of my birthday, he fell out of love. And you know what? I'm fixing really just to give up on love, because if you love me, then love me. Don't sit here and hide and not talk to me for days on top of hours saying, oh, I still love you, I still want to be with you. No, the fuck you don't. Sorry for my language. No, you don't. If you love me, you would talk to me. If you wanted to be with me, you would text me. If you love somebody, you do not text them. If you love somebody, you want to talk to them for hours on top of hours. You want to spend every second of your life with them. And if you fall out of love easily, well then, find someone that you know you won't fall out of love with, like your best friend. I love my best friend. And my best friend is always going to be there for me, and I know that for a fact. But you know, I got some fake friends walking around, and I'm tired of them fake people. I'm tired of having fake friends. Friends that want to talk to me, be like, hey, I miss you, but then go behind my back and say something I told them to someone else. Like, what the hey? That's not friendship. That's not loving someone. That's discouraging that person. And then sometimes you have parents that say things. Some parents say they hate their kids. Some parents are like, oh, I love her in public. But in private, they're like, you're nothing. You're not worth anything. I hate you. I wish I never had you at the age I had you. And you know what? That destroys a person. Especially if it's your own parent. The person that literally made you. Like, I didn't ask to be here. Don't bring what you did onto me, because that's not my fault. And you know what? I've been through some awful crap in my past. I lived with an abusive grandmother. And, you know, that was hard for me, but I got over it. Just like I get over everything else so quickly. Just like when I get out of a relationship, I go immediately into another one, because I'm missing that love that I do not get all the time. I'm missing the love that I was supposed to get from a grandmother that I did not get because I was the older sibling. I am missing so much love that every time a relationship ends, I get into a new one. And you know what? That's hard. It's hard for me especially, because I'm going through a lot and I know what I'm going through, but nobody else knows, and all this shit keeps adding and adding up. I have people talking shit about me. I have people starting rumors. I have family that doesn't appreciate me for me. I don't know how much more I can take before I break. Before I say, fuck it. Let's not have any more feelings. Let's just not talk to anyone anymore. Let's just not be who I am anymore. Because I'm getting to the point where I can't be myself around certain people. I cannot be myself I can't be myself in my own house because I have siblings that do not like me. My brother abuses me every day. I have bruises on my body, and he's only 3. And he's already held a bag and a knife up to my head, saying, I'm gonna kill you. And I don't do shit to him. And you know what? Oh well. Honestly, at this point, who cares? Because this world discourages women so much that it's like we're nothing. And sure, women are building up and are like becoming better, but men are still going to be men. Everything's going to stay the same. Nothing's going to change with a woman being a woman. Us women hate each other. Women hate each other. Women are always thinking it's competition on top of competition. It's not a competition. We really just need to build each other up, not tear each other down. Because us women are going through the exact same thing half the time. But we do not understand because we're so stuck in our heads. Saying, oh, well, I don't like that person because they're prettier. Or, oh, I don't like that person because it looks like they got everything together. You know what? I pretend like I have everything together. I pretend like I'm here. I pretend like I'm fine with everything. I pretend like I'm a different person than I am. But you know what? I'm broken. I'm hurt. I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. I am far from happy half the time. And you know what? I've been crying for 3 days because some guy fell out of love with me. I shouldn't be crying because some guy fell out of love with me, because that's horseshit. It really is. Because if you fall out of love with me, that's on you, not on me. I did everything I could to keep a relationship. I have done everything I could. I was loyal. I stopped talking to so many people. And you know what? Us women are expected not to look at other guys differently. We're expected to not talk to many guys. We're expected to be like clingy to that one person. But men think they're not expected to be loyal. Men think, I mean, some men do. Some men do. I'll give some of the guys that. But a lot of men think, oh, well, I can look at this girl differently than I look at my girlfriend. Or, oh, look, she's hot. Oh, look at her ass. Like, men don't realize that hurts us mentally and physically, because we're sitting here like, oh, what about my body? Is my body not enough for you? Am I not enough for you? Like, they expect us women to go out with a smile on our face and be there for men, but men can't be there for us. Men can't help us up, they tear us down. Our nation is ruled by men. And you know what? That needs to change. It really does. Because all men do is tear women down. All men do, even in our past, men were like abusive to women. They beat women. Sure, now it's illegal to beat a woman, but still men do it. And like, women get threatened because if they tell somebody. Honestly, I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm perfectly fine, oh, I'm good, no need to like talk to... No, I'm done. I'm done showing happiness. Because if I'm not happy, I'm not gonna be happy. Because I'm done saying, oh, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm swell. I'm not fucking happy. I'm not swell. I want to cry every night. I want to go out and punch people in the face because I cannot think straight. I walk into the school and see someone that has talked crap about me. I walk into the school and see people that dislike me so much, and I don't know why. I don't know what I did. And then hearing the things people are saying to me, like Charles Banks. Charles Banks, what a guy. He likes to talk crap but won't admit it. He's all bark and no bite. And you know what? I'm done with him. Because all he does is go back to the same person. He's always going to run to Madison. That's his go-to place. He says he's done with her, but he's not. We all know this. We all know. He's not the best guy in the world. But us men, I just don't know. Like, why would you want to run back to the same person? It's like, yeah, it really is. But, okay, so, if you put your hand on a burning fire and leave it there, it's gonna hurt. You take it off, it's gonna hurt for a little bit, but it'll go away. But if you keep putting your hand on that fire, it's just gonna hurt more and more and more. It's the same thing with relationships. You keep going back to those toxic relationships, it's gonna hurt more and more. But if you get away from those toxic relationships, you're gonna get better. You're gonna feel better. It may take a year or two or a few months, but it's gonna get better. You just gotta get away from the toxic. And I don't see why we're expected to go to school. And if we don't go to school, our parents go to jail. But people can't afford to go to school sometimes. Like, some people can't afford to go to school. And, you know, that's what I find, like, crap. I find that bullshit. I feel like our necessities shouldn't cost as much. Like, it's what we need. Like, if we don't have water, why do I have to go to the store and buy a $2 thing of water in order to get something in my system? Like, I feel like some things should be cheaper than others. But with men ruling, they're like, oh, let's bring up the prices higher. Oh, they'll be fine. But they're not going to pay us the money that we need to afford the prices they're building up. Like gas prices. That's stupid. Like, how high they are right now is just unbelievable. This world has gone to shit. I'm going to say that. This world has gone down. I mean, it's already been down in the dirt. It's already been crap. But, like, now we're just making it worse. Everything's just getting worse when we should be working together to get better. Like, we tear each other down, we should really be helping each other build up. Like, say something's going on in someone's house and no one knows but one person, and that person tells everyone. That's not helping that person. That's tearing that person down. Because they didn't want other people to know. They let that one person know, but that fake friend they told that they thought that wasn't fake told everybody. I've had that happen to me so many times. That's why I've moved, honestly, I feel like. Because I had to get away from toxic places. I had to get away from people. You know, I was born in Florida, and I stayed there for a very, very long time. And then I got moved to Georgia. And then something happened in Georgia, and I couldn't stay with my grandfather. And my grandmother, the abusive person, the person that is very toxic to me, that I cannot stand, but I have forgiven her because that's what the Bible tells us to do, forgive those who hate. So I have forgiven her over and over again, but I do not want to be around her because every time I'm around her, she says something. She's like, and then she'll be like, oh, I'm sorry I treated you that way, but then go straight back to it. And then after North Carolina, I was 7, living in North Carolina. I moved to Alabama, and honestly, I've moved from Demopolis to Brookwood, to Demopolis back to Brookwood. I have moved around so many times, I cannot tell y'all how many schools I've been to. I can tell you each state I've lived in, but I can't tell you how many schools I've been to. Because honestly, I think I've been to around 8 schools. And that's not including moving from elementary to middle school to high school. It just sucks, honestly. It sucks being a woman. Because, did you guys know that now they're saying that period cramps equal the pain to a heart attack? Like, that's what they're saying. And you know what? I believe it. But I love how us women are expected to get up, go outside, go do some active things when we're literally feeling the pain of a heart attack for a week straight. Like, see, men, they get hurt, they go cry, they're babies, they're big babies. But us women, when we're in pain, we're expected to get back up and not have to worry about anything. We're expected everything is expected of us. We're expected to be mothers. We're expected to be amazing daughters. We're expected to get good jobs. We're expected everything. But if we ask for it, we can't ask for it, because if we ask for it, people are just gonna be like, oh, look at that, she's asking for something. And you know what, us women, if we ask for a man for something, we're trans. But if we say yes to a man, we're trans. But if we say no to a man, we're low. And we're lame. We're losers, apparently. And you know what? It's hard. I find it very difficult being me. I find it, and I'm not being dramatic here. And if you were the person I've told so many times that I've repeated myself, I'm sorry if I have repeated myself, because I cannot get over the fact of anything. Because, you know, I bottle it up. I have bottled it up for years and years and years, and that stuff adds and adds and adds and adds and adds, and I'm ready to break any minute now. I'm just ready. I'm broken. And you know what? Fine, let me be broken. Let me be broken. Just let me go out into the world broken. Don't try to help me. Because you know what? I know you don't mean it. Like, people come up to me like, oh, are you okay? I saw you crying this morning. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, and give you a hug and everything. And then, like, they don't really mean it. They're fake. They're fake. Like, if it's your best friend you've known for years on top of years, you're like, cool, yeah, it's okay, and you stop crying. But once you hear someone else, like someone that really doesn't really like you, come and be like, oh, I'm sorry this happened to you. You're like, no, you don't mean that. I know you don't mean that. You enjoyed my pain. You enjoyed watching me cry that morning. You enjoyed that. Like, it's funny how people that don't like you try to become your best friend. Just to get inside your head. Just to, like, be like, oh, you're good enough for now. And then, as soon as you tell them everything that you have been bottling up for years, they're gonna leave you and go tell somebody else. Like, we're stuck to that. Like, us women, and I get men go through some things, but I don't know the head of a man. Honestly, I don't know the head of a man, because I'm not a man. I am a female, and I am proud to be a female. I am proud to be me. But I do believe it's pain. It's a lot of pain to be me. But I'm proud to be me. I love myself. And sometimes your love for yourself is all you need. And you know what? If you love yourself, people will call you selfish. People won't like you because you love yourself. But, like, don't I need to love myself? And I'm supposed to love myself for who I am? But people will call you selfish. For like, say you're, like, going out and doing something for yourself for once in a while. People are like, oh, you could have used that for something else. Oh, you didn't need to do that. And they'll start calling you names, calling you selfish. Like, some kid just called me stinky, which... Are you kidding me? It's another sign of tearing people down. Calling them names. Calling them things that they're not. Saying stuff that knows. Hey, look! My ex just joined. The person that fell out of love with me. Guys, the person that put me through all this pain here recently. Yeah, he just joined. Say hi, guys. The person that finished breaking my spirit, finished breaking my feeling for love, joined. And you know, that's painful. It's painful for me to see that he still thinks that we can be friends. I don't want to be friends with someone that made me cry for 3 nights in a row. I don't want to be friends with someone that literally fell out of love with me the week of my birthday. I don't want to be friends with that. I don't want to be friends with someone that lied to me continuously about them loving me. And then be like, oh, well, I actually fell out of love with you then, but I thought I could stay in love. I just thought I'd be with you for a little bit longer. And then, like, not talk to me for hours, and not text me first, or not say I love you first. Like, there was multiple signs. I missed so many red flags and so many people, but I choose to ignore those red flags because I feel like there's better hope for everybody. You know, some people change. I hope this world will change one day. If I'm here to see it, I'm going to be so joyous to see that. But if I'm not, I'm just here to leave my presence. I'm here to leave my mark and help other people. You know, I've always wanted to be a vet. I've always wanted to be that. But I've been told so many times that I'm never going to be that. I'm never going to make it there. I'm never going to go that far in life. So I've changed my life. I've changed myself to something I thought I wasn't good at. So now I want to be a mental therapist. And you know what? People are saying, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. Like, you're not even that good. You're not going to be this. You're not going to be that. And you're not going to be this. Like, okay, then let me write. Because, you know, I love to write. I love sharing my feelings about something. I just love speaking. I love to speak. I love being there for other people. I'm here for everyone that needs me to be here. But no one's ever there for me. Like, some people say they're there for you, but as soon as you go and tell them something, they run away. They're like, oh, I can't handle this. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Like, if you couldn't handle it, why'd you come and tell me that you would be here for me, that you would love me forever? It's just hard. Like, that's heartbreaking for me. Like, I was there for you when you were at your lowest, and you know, the girl I hang out with, Alexis, she told me that I always brought her down, that I was a bad person and all this, and she was my best friend. She was my best friend, and I had gone skating with her. We were inseparable last year. And at the end of that year, as soon as summer hit, she was like, oh, I don't want to be friends with you. And all this shit. And I was like, I was there for you. But then you're going to come and tell me that I'm a terrible person, that I made you feel uncomfortable, that you felt antisocial when you were around me, knowing that I always smiled around her, that I was always in a great mood, that I was always pushing her out of her comfort zone to talk to other people, and then her just coming at me and be like, oh, I don't like you anymore. And then at the beginning of the year, first day of school, I was talking to I can't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about my haircut, because, you know, I got a new haircut. And she's like, she leaks in from the side, she's like, oh, that looks cute. I'm like, didn't you say you didn't want to be friends with me anymore? Didn't you say you didn't want to talk to me anymore? Then why are you talking to me? And she really thinks that she can walk back into my life and be the same person she left with. Like, I don't want to tell you everything I used to tell you. I'm not going to tell you all that personal stuff anymore, because I don't care. Because you left me when I was at my lowest. You left me whenever summer hit, because I don't know why. I honestly don't know why she left. Because her dad doesn't like me for some reason, because of things I went through in my past that I felt comfortable telling someone. You know what? I'm sure I'll be friends with her, because I don't have anything against her. She was a great friend at first, but she let people influence her. She let her dad tell her, don't be friends with this person because I don't like him. She's a daddy's girl. And whatever her dad says, she does. And I get it, doing what your parent says is always good, but when it comes to a friend that you know you're gonna, like, is your best friend, that it was there for you for anything, you shouldn't listen to your parents saying, oh, don't be friends with that person, or listen to someone that isn't close to you being, oh, that person's a bad person, oh, that person talks crap behind your back. Because Angel Mathis, she told me in class that my best friend Michaela was talking crap about my back, behind my back. She told me all this stuff, and you know what? I almost believed her. But I went to Michaela about it. Before I said anything else to her, I went to Michaela, and you know what? Whatever Michaela has to say behind my back, she says to my face. And that's just how our friendship works. Like, I'm fine with you saying stuff to my face and then saying it behind my back. Like, that's totally cool. I'm cool with that. At least I know what you're saying. But, when you go and say something behind someone's back but don't have the balls to say it to their face, don't fucking say it. You have no right to say it. If you can't say it to my face, don't fucking say it behind my back. Because you know that's really fucked up. Because I feel like if you really want to say something behind my back, you should say it to my face first. Like, for real. Don't y'all agree? Like, me personally, I wouldn't say something behind someone's back, because, you know, I don't like people saying stuff behind my back. And you know what? I wouldn't do that to someone, because I know I don't like it. I don't want it done to me. So I don't do it to anybody else. Sure, I say things, but I say them after I've done said it to their face. I say crap when I've done said it to their face. And you know what? I've told Alexis that she's never going to be as close. She's going to figure that we're never going to be as close together. Michaela, she knows everything I've said about her. Because I have told her everything. She has read messages between me and other people. And you know what? That's what makes us best friends. Because I know I have trust. I have a good relationship with one person. And it's someone I've been best friends with since 7th grade. The fact. I don't know what to do. Because I've got one friend, and that's all I need. I need that one friend. I have that friend I can go to. I have that friend I'm safe with. Because, you know, half the time I don't feel safe. I feel dead. I feel like I'm going to fucking kill myself. But you know what I do? I don't. I run to that person. I go to that one person, and everything is okay. Everything just feels okay. And I just need a hug. Honestly, I want a hug. But I cannot get a hug from people because they're like, oh, let me back up. Let me get out of this one. I don't need to be put in that. No. You know what? If you're going to feel that way, don't come to me and be like, oh, I'm here for you. I'll give you a hug whenever you need one. Don't say that shit if you don't mean it. If you really don't like me, don't be my friend. Hey, I'll help you out in class if you need help. Just don't sit there and talk crap about me behind my back. Like, I was expected my 8th grade year when I moved back to Demopolis. This guy expected me to help him in class when he sat there and said some very, very bad things about me that I am not going to say because they destroyed me. And you know what? He expected me to help him in history class. He expected me to do this shit for him. He expected me to do his work for him. I was like, no, I am not doing this for you. I am not going to let you sit here and talk bad about me because you think it's okay. Because honestly, that crap is not okay. It's not okay to expect someone to do something for you when you cannot be nice and not talk crap about someone. Like, who does that? Who talks crap about someone and then expects them to... like, literally expects them to help them with anything they ask. Because honestly, if I'm being talked about by someone, I don't want to help that person. I don't think anyone else does. It's hard. Life is hard. This decision making is hard. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be broken. It's okay to not want to get out of bed in the mornings. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay. Because you know what? Everyone goes through it. We just need someone to help us out. We just need that one person, that one friend that you know will never ditch you. That you know has never been like, I can't talk to you right now. Because my best friend, Michaela, she has ditched her boyfriend to help me when I was crying. That's a true friend. Because not many girls are willing to ditch their boyfriends for something to help their best friend. Not a lot of people are willing to do that. And you know what? I thank her every day because she has been there and stuck with me. No matter the twists and turns and all the fights. We barely have fights. But those fights we do have are serious. And we've never let someone come between us. We've always talked things out. And you know what? That's my true friend. That's my one friend that I know will never leave. And see, I want to be that friend for everyone. I want to be that friend where people can come talk to me. I want to be that person that people are comfortable around me. I want to be that person for other people. I want to be the person that Michaela has been for me for other people. But you know what? I can't be that person for everyone because not everyone's going to trust me. Because rumors and people saying things behind my back, saying, "Oh, don't trust her. Don't like her. Don't go around her. Don't hang out with her." Like, why do you have to say that? Like, I want to be that friend, that person that anyone can talk to about anything. But how am I supposed to do that when I have people going over there telling people other crap? Like my ex-boyfriend James, he told people I was pregnant. He told people that I was pregnant with his child. I was a virgin. And we only had been dating for a month. And I'm not going to give myself away like that. And you know what? Honestly, I'm sick of guys that are like, oh, I can tell people whatever I want. They're still going to be in love with me. They're still going to like me no matter what I say to other people. That's not the case. That's not the case with me. You go behind my back, say something, or go tell people something that I told you that was personal, I'm not going to want to be around you anymore. I'm not going to want to be with you. And that's the same thing with most people. They're just too afraid to speak up. And you know what? I'm tired. I'm done being afraid to speak up. I'm done. I have hit pure anger. I am done. And you know what? I've been told, don't get angry. You're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. Just leave it alone. It'll all go away. And you know what? No, it creates more anger. It just makes me want to get fired up and make me want to punch someone in the face. Because honestly, half the time, I want to go out in public and just punch someone in the face. That's why people punch walls. That's why people punch trees. That's why people punch bricks. Because they're in pain and they can't punch anybody. So they take their pain and put it on themselves. We bully people. People bully people. Because, oh, that person's weird. We should bully her. But you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what situation they're living in. Because people come out and bully me. And I'm like, how could you do that? You don't know what I'm going through that day. You don't know if I'm actually okay. Like them TikTok trends about people running up and like pretending to kiss you but then move away, that fucking hurts someone. That could hurt someone mentally and physically. And I just don't get it. Why would you do that to someone? Why would you want to why would you want to put someone in pain? Because they could end up 5 minutes later crying on the bench. They can end up going to their room and fucking killing themselves. I know someone that gave their life up because some kids were bullying her. It was actually when I was living in Demopolis. And you know what? People are bringing guns to school now. People are threatening people's lives. And honestly, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for wanting to take the person's life that hurt them. Like, yeah, it's a terrible thing to do. You shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't hurt anyone because they did something to you. You should forgive them, but it's hard. And you know what? I just don't understand. I mean, I understand the fact you want to take someone's life because it hurts you, or you want to take your own life because you don't think anyone loves you. Because that's the mentality we as humans put out. That we tell people, oh, no one likes you, or we go and say, oh, you stink. Oh, I don't like you at all. Or it's just crap like that. Like, you can't. Why destroy someone when you can help build them up? Why take someone to the point where they are dead inside? Why would put them where they're dead inside? Why not just fill them with joy? Why not just fill them with so much love? Like, we need to put more love. Like, a lot of us don't have that love to put out. We don't have that love we need to give to other people because we're so busy thinking, oh, this person doesn't like me. Let me just go hurt them. Or, oh, this doesn't seem right. Let me go fix that. Instead of like helping other people, we tear them down. And you know what? I don't like tearing people down. But and people think in order to build yourself up, you have to tear people down. That's not the way that works. Because I feel like if I ever tear someone down, I feel that guilt. I'm like, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't tell that person something. I wish I should have helped that person. And you know what? Some people fake being homeless just to get money for drugs. And you know what? Oh well. That's where they wanted to go. Some people are actually out there starving and will literally take anything. But other people are so focused on the people that fake it that they don't see that some people actually do need it. And it breaks my heart that people can't afford food. It breaks my heart that some people can't afford to even get a sip of water. That breaks my heart. That we have so much to give, but we don't give. We have so much that was given to us, but we don't give back. And I feel like we should give that stuff back. I feel like if, say, someone helped me as when I was younger, saying stuff and helping me out, like mentally, I feel like we should be there and help go and just bring it down the line and help other people and hope that person helps another person and that person helps another person. Because it starts with you. It starts with you. if you go today and tell someone something, and it could change their life. If you tell someone, hey, good job today, I'm very proud of you for you being you. If you don't tell someone that, you don't know how much that could change their lives. Because honestly, if my mom or my dad came up to me today and said, I am proud of you for this, I am proud of you for that, I would be so happy. I would bring a smile to my face. But there's 6 of us living in one house. And I'm the oldest, so I don't get that much attention. I have the highest responsibility. I'm constantly being held to a higher level than anyone else in the house. I'm expected to make good grades. I'm expected to be great at sports. I'm expected to be a great person. But honestly, you know what? I'm tired. I love going. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like going to school. I like being able to get an education and hang out with people that like me. Like, I'm glad, honestly. Like, people are like, oh, I hate school. I'm like, oh, well, I like school. I actually enjoy going to school. Maybe I don't like the learning part, but I like being able to be around kids my age. Because, I don't get that here. Because the person that lives there, they have a baby. The person that lives there, their kid doesn't like me because I told his mom what he did. Because you know what? I didn't like what he did to me. And we're not going to get into that. Their parents are too strict. Their parents are too strict to let them even come outside. And so I'm living in a house with a 3-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old. I don't have anyone my age. And then I go to church, and I go to church, a place that's supposed to be full of people believing and going to God. I go into that youth room, there's nobody there. There's 3 of us. Because so many people I get you get busy with sports and stuff. Like, I'm okay with that. But as long as you, take time to actually read your Bible. But there's people that go out and don't do anything. And honestly, it's just sad. It's sad that I walk into a church and there's only 3 people in the youth room. And the only reason why 2 of them are there is because someone brought them or made them go. That's just sad. I feel like you shouldn't have to feel made to go to a church. You should be glad to go. Like, I'm glad to wake up on Sunday mornings, early Sunday mornings, to get dressed and go. Like, sometimes I don't feel like waking up, but as soon as I get there, I'm like, yeah, I'm great. I love it here. And then Wednesday nights, I get Wednesday nights aren't always the best because you have sports, you have homework, you have all this stuff. I get not going to church Wednesday nights, but I believe you should take time off on a Sunday. At least go to the worship service at 10:30, or just go for an hour. It's literally an hour long. It's only gonna take an hour out of your day. What else do you have to do other than sit on your phone and then go hang out with people that some are Christians, but some are not. I was told this story during church. This girl had a group of friends and they were all going skiing that Sunday. And she said, yeah, I'll go with y'all after I go to church. But they were like, never mind. Don't come then. If you're going to go to church, don't come with us. Because they didn't want her to go to church. They wanted her to go out as soon as she woke up to go skiing instead of going to church. Which I find sad. People shouldn't be like, don't go to church, or you can't be friends with me if you go to church. That's horseradish. Why would you tell someone not to go to church? Why would you tell someone not to believe what they believe? Honestly, I'm not the best Christian. I make a mistake. Oh, I hit the mailbox. Ow. I make mistakes. But doesn't everybody? People call me out for a lot of my mistakes. But, you know what? I don't call people out for their mistakes. If you make a mistake, okay, that's fine. It's okay to make mistakes. Everyone does. But when you start calling out other people's mistakes and be like, oh, you did this wrong. So it's okay if you're go up to someone and be like, hey, secretly and be like, hey, you did this wrong. You want me to help you? Like, that's better than be like, hey, that person did something wrong. Hey, or screaming out at the top of your lungs, hey, I saw that, you did something wrong, you messed up. Like, my sister messed up in her cheer on, it was Friday. She messed up on her cheer. And you know what, I left it alone until we got home. I walked up to her today. I walked up to her and was like, hey, you need to work harder. You're doing great, you're doing good, but you messed up here, and if you need my help, you can teach me what you're messing, you can tell me what you're messing up on, and I can help you out. She got so mad at me. She's like, I didn't mess up. What are you talking about? I did everything right. I was like, okay, sorry, I was just trying to help you. Like, honestly, when I'm on a soccer field and someone tells me something wrong that I did wrong, I'm like, okay, thank you for telling me. I can go work on that now. Like, don't sit there and scream it and tell a bunch of people that, hey, this person's doing something wrong. Hey, this person did this wrong on this thing. I'm glad when people tell me I did something wrong, because, I can go and help myself fix that. I can go work on that. Like, sometimes I get shy. I get extremely shy on a soccer field, and I get nervous, and I just kick the ball. Just kick it, just to kick it. And, I've had people come up to me like, hey, don't do this. Hey, it's okay. Like Brody Ballard. I'm glad to be friends with him, because he has helped me with soccer. He has told me so many things that I've done wrong in private and not in public. Like, we'll be walking it was halftime during this one game, and he came up to me when I was walking up the stairs, and he was like, he pulled me to the side and was like, hey, I saw you did this. He didn't go like, hey, Peyton, don't do that, yelling at the top of his lungs. Like, honestly, I would have been embarrassed if someone did that. Wouldn't you be embarrassed if someone sat there and said, hey, you did that wrong, you shouldn't do that? Because that's what we do to other people. We shouldn't do that to other people. Because if we don't want it done to us, we shouldn't do it to other people. I feel like. It's just like everyone says, do unto others as you want done to you. I think I said that right. Yeah. Because I don't want to be treated like crap. I don't want to be called out on things in public spaces. I don't want to be told I'm loved but not actually be loved. I don't want people saying, hey, I'm here for you, and not having that person there for you. Like, I don't like when people do that, honestly. So I don't do it to others. When I say I'm here for you, I'm here for you. When I say I love you, I truly mean I love you. When I say something in private, I mean what I say in private. I'm not going to sit there and yell at someone in public and be like, hey, you did this wrong, don't do that anymore. I'm not going to sit there and do that. Because I don't want people coming at me and yelling at me, because, I have anxiety. I have anxieties. I don't want people coming up to me yelling, hey, don't do that. Because, I get shy. I'm like, okay, I don't like being yelled at. If I'm yelled at, I break down in tears. Because I have this thing, because I was yelled at so much as a child, I feel like everything is my fault. So whenever I'm getting yelled at, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Because that's my mentality, because that's the way I was treated. Like, everything was my fault. And you know what? That mentality gets me in a lot of places that I shouldn't be. That mentality gets me crying myself to sleep. That mentality gets me not being able to be okay, because I'm afraid of someone coming home and yelling at me. I'm afraid of going to school and someone just screaming at the top of their lungs. I can't be around a teacher that yells a lot, because I feel pain. I want to sit there and cry, because as soon as someone comes up and cries, yells at me, I'm going to break down in tears, no matter the situation. If someone is yelling at me, I will probably break down in tears. Unless they're joking around and I know they're joking, then I'm not going to break down in tears. But if you're like coming at me full on yelling, blaming me for something that even though I know I didn't do, I'm going to break down in tears, and I'm going to start apologizing. Because, that's my weakness. And you know what? Y'all can use my weakness against me. Anyone could use that weakness against me. But you know what? Go ahead. Use that weakness against me. Use that. Tell everybody that. I don't care. I really don't care. Because it's not like it's not going to get out sooner or later. Why not? I just say it. Go ahead, say it. People use your weaknesses against you. And everyone knows that. Your weaknesses are going to be held against you. People are going to use them. People are going to tell you these things. People are going to do these things that you know that they know it's your weakness. But you know what? At this point, I stopped caring. I stopped caring who knows my weakness. I stopped caring. Hey, like, I don't care. I really don't care. You can come at me and yell at me all you want. I will break down in tears and probably go to the bathroom a few minutes later. And you know what? I'll come home perfectly fine, just like I always do. I come home, I try to come home smiling, no matter how crappy of a day I've been, because I know someone's not going to be in a good mood. I go to school smiling, try to go to school smiling, even though I've gone through something hard at home. And you know what? I have this one teacher that I was able to tell everything. I was okay with talking to, but they retired. And I moved. Because I could not talk to that person. I'm still trying to find that figure in my life that I can talk to. Because not all the times I can talk to my mom. Not all the times I can talk to my dad. Not all the times I can talk to my best friend. Sometimes I just needed another adult. Sometimes I just need someone else. Like, I can't go to the counselor because if I go to the counselor, I'm going to get referred to a therapist and get kicked out of school. Because that's happened to me too. I almost got kicked out of school in Demopolis because I went to the counselor and told them how I was really feeling. And she told me that I was not going to be allowed back at school because of the feelings I was feeling, and she said I wasn't allowed at school until I got a therapist. So I completely lost trust in school counselors. I can't trust school counselors because I feel like they're going to be like, hey, you need a therapist, go to get a therapist. And then you got people, Braden Asbury. Yeah, let me tell you about him. Don't trust him. Don't trust a word he says, because he will turn around and hurt you. He's currently trying to get his mother threatened to get a restraining order against me because I wanted to speak the truth. And you know, there's other girls that I know that also want to speak the truth. You know what? I'm just ready to speak the truth. I am ready to get out what I'm hiding. I am ready to burst. I'm ready to just, that bottle that I have built inside of me for so many years, I'm ready for that to break. I'm ready for that. I don't care about that. I don't care about anything to come back out. Because honestly, I still care. I'm going to care about someone's feelings. I'm going to care about other things. I'm going to care. I'm going to want to fall in love. I've given up so many times, but I keep falling. Because honestly, when I say I love someone, I mean it. Like, I love you and I trust you until you break my love. Or until you say you don't love me anymore. Until you say you don't trust me anymore. Because honestly, there's so many people I still love that don't love me back anymore. And you know that there's so much trust I still have in people that have broken it. I've let them try and build their trust back up. Because I don't mean like, hey, I can't trust you anymore, don't talk to me. I let that person try to build their trust back up. Like my parents do when I break their trust or did something I'm not supposed to do. They let me try to build the trust back. And that's what I do for other people because that's how my parents are trying to raise me. Sure, I don't give them every single ounce of trust back. Because you know what? You broke that trust, you're not going to get every single ounce back. I'm still not going to trust you that much anymore. I feel like I trust you. I'm not going to disrespect you if you don't disrespect me. I just hit the mailbox again. That's me. That's just me, honestly. I'm not going to disrespect anyone that doesn't disrespect me. Like, if you disrespect me in a relationship, I'm like, okay, if you're going to disrespect me, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here. Because honestly, I've been in abusive relationships. I'm not going to lie. I have been in abusive relationships. And I stayed because I thought I could change them. My best friend can tell you there's one relationship that I tried to stay in and that I went back to because I thought I could help change them. But in reality, if you can't change someone, they have to be willing to change. That person's got to be willing to change in order to change. And just because someone says, oh, I'm changed, no one really changes that much. No one. We can think that we changed. We can think all this stuff, but we're not going to change. I mean, like, yeah, you can change some certain parts of your life because, you know, it's okay to change that part of your life. But like once you get like broken to the point like you're like don't believe in something, you don't want to be somewhere, you're not gonna be able to fix that. So once you're back to the point where you cannot feel anything, you're not gonna fix that. That's not gonna change. Because honestly, I'm completely numb. I'm numb. Honestly, some words don't even hurt me anymore because I've heard them so many times. Those words are numb to me. And you know what? I wish they weren't numb to me. I wish I wasn't used to hearing those things. I wish I wasn't used to being in a type of situation that I've been in. I wish I wasn't used to that type of stuff. Because, you know, once you're used to it, you're like, why am I used to this? I shouldn't be used to this. Same thing with people, when the people have been abused their entire lives, they grow up and find a male or female figure that is abusive. Because they've grown up, that's what they think is right, is for them to be abused. We run back to what we want. We run back from what we're taught. We run back to everything we've been in past. And you know, I may not be making sense right now, but honestly, I've opened up my eyes a lot more than I had them when I was younger. I know a lot more, and I wish I could not know some stuff I know. I wish I could take back the things I've been told. I wish I could take back the pain that some people had put me in. I wish I could take all that away, or go back in time and know all that stuff, so I know I can't go back to that pain. So I know not to be in this relationship or go there or be friends with that person. Like, if I was given that option to go back 10 years, well, not 10 because then I'll be 4, but like go back a few years and be like, hey, you know everything you know now, but you go back in a few years and you're born 10 years old and you know everything you know now. There's so much stuff in my life that I could change just by doing that. There's so many relationships, things I've said, things I've done that I wish I could take back. But I can't, because past is past, and past hurts. No matter how much we say, you need to move on from the past is the past. The past is always going to hurt. It's always going to find a way to come back. That's why we need to be careful about what we post online, because people can use that against you. People will be like, hey, didn't you used to do this? Or, hey, didn't you do this in high school? Didn't you do this in middle school? Like, yeah, that was my past. But your past always seems to come back and haunt you. No matter what you do right, something wrong in your life, someone's going to point something out wrong in your life. Someone's going to be like, hey, didn't you used to do this? No matter how much you've changed, how much you've tried to fix it, no matter how much you've built yourself better, people are always going to find a way to hurt you and tear you down, no matter what. I don't understand it. Like, why would you want to tear someone down? I'm sorry that I've repeated myself, but it's a touchy topic. And you know, it hurts. I write it. I usually write. I write it all down. I write all my pain. I write all the feelings I have for something. And then I go back and read it, and I made people cry reading it. Because, you know, I'm sitting there crying for 5 minutes straight, writing a paragraph on top of paragraph. So, of course, it's going to be of course I'm going to be in my feelings. Like, why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't it be depressing? Because you know what? That's what my writings are. Not all my writings are happy and exciting and want to be read. Some of them are depressing, and some of them can put you in tears because you know the pain. Like, you've been through that pain. You're like, hey, I can relate. I can relate to that pain. I need to go shower, though. I gotta go sleep. I really don't want to wake up tomorrow. I just want to lay down in my bed for hours on top of hours right now. I barely got work up the nerve to wake up Friday. I could barely walk into the school building without crying Friday, honestly. And if y'all were there Friday and saw me crying with next to my best friend, just holding me, it was the guy that joined earlier that I told you to say hi to. He's the reason I was crying Friday. He's the reason I cried myself to sleep, that I woke up crying, that I cried 3 times that day. And He's the reason. He's the reason that I broke. And I know I've said that. I know I said I was broke. But isn't everyone broken at some point? Isn't everyone that going through that pain at some point? Honestly. I just don't know anymore. Because I know other people have gone through some of the stuff I've gone through. I know some things have been said to people that have been said to me. I know that. I know that for a fact. It's just a matter of fact if you let those things tear you down or build you up. Because honestly, what didn't kill you made you stronger. Like the song says, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, it's true. I'm not gonna lie. It is true. What hurts you only builds you up. You can either learn from something you've done or go and make the same mistake. Alright, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yes, sir. Alright, I gotta go. Alright, bye.